You know, more recently I've been picking up some really cool stuff. Some big box sets, the steel books, the Halloween pumpkin, a really cool like 6 disc set for Curse of Frankenstein, the recent uninvited set that I picked up unseen. But you know one of the coolest ways to collect horror? Well, one of the new coolest ways to collect horror is in this bag. We'll talk about it right after this. The more streaming tends to be starting to follow the favor with a lot of people, especially with a lot of millennials, Gen Zs, and such. What I'm seeing is more people are going back to collecting into more the base way that a lot of us collected initially, and that is through the older formats, especially on the lines of a DVD. Now, DVD can be a really fun format to collect because one, it's extremely cheap. Two, it's that jump from VHS that got us to the special features. Has some of the coolest menus you'll ever see. And three, just because it's kind of punk rock nowadays to collect DVD in the same way that it was VHS. So I just randomly took a few ones from my collection and thought that I'd go through them and talk about why I think collecting horror on DVD is actually really cool right now, and why I think you should probably be doing it too. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be tossing my Blu-rays or 4Ks anytime in the near future, but it's nice to have a nice collection that you can literally take on the go very cheaply and watch anywhere. You can you can get an old PlayStation 2, you can get one of those old kind of like at your Value Village or a shop like that, pawn shop, go pick up like one of those old like portable DVD players for sometimes under $5. So it's really easy to collect DVD. A lot easier than it can be sometimes for someone to go in collecting Blu-ray or 4K. There's not that barrier there that we have for a lot of formats. And I know some people say, well, it's not the same quality as a 4K. 4K is the best quality, or it's not the same as a Blu-ray. Blu-ray was a huge upgrade. It was. But that doesn't mean that DVD wasn't a great choice for a long time, and I think it still is. So let's start off with the Turner Classic Movie Set. These, back in the day, would be probably around $20. And I find you can find a lot of these now for $5 or under at your local shop, and sometimes on Amazon during sales. And they don't have and they have some pretty cool titles. So we got Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde with Spencer Tracy. We got the classic Freaks, which since then has gotten, of course, its Criterion release. We got The Haunting, which is another classic film, and Vince Price's House of Wax. Often you'd get these here, and you wouldn't know until you open it up, but they'd have special features on them as well. So you wouldn't be able to tell from here. Just let's give you the synopsis of the film. Now, when you open this up, however, and you get it home, you look on the back, you'll see that House of Wax includes premiere newsreel. No, seriously, it was a newsreel from back in my day that would play in the theater at the time it was playing. The Haunting has a commentary with the actors and the director and the screenwriter. Great Ghost Stories essay. Freaks has a commentary with Todd Browning's autobiographer, David J. Scull, and a documentary on Freaks Sideshow, and a special message prologue that was added for a theatrical reissue of the film. And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, gets a trailer, but something. These Turner Classic Movie Sets have 4 films each. They're pretty cool. A lot of these are flipper discs, but for like a nice 4, that's quite a bargain for 4 films. And I bought it for under $5. Another one I bought for way under $5 was a Rager Digital Entertainment Presents release. And I got this at a store that no longer exists, unfortunately. It no longer is in in St. John's. So Razor Digital put out a lot of like kind of lower budgeted stuff, and I think they were kind of priced to sell. So I remember picking up this Brad Sykes Camp Blood trilogy. Obviously, it's way more Camp Bloods now, but we get Camp Blood 2, and the third one, which is called, well, Within the Woods. It's my favorite of the three, to be honest with you. It's a lot of fun, and I actually do like these early Camp Blood films. I tend to watch these at least once to twice a year. And apparently, Miss Penny, she's a fan as well. And again, under $5. Under $3 actually for that one. It was $2.99 about it for. When my dad used to get movies coming in and out, to sell some films, he always put some aside for me. And this is one of the ones they did, actually. And it's kind of neat, and it's different. So this is from the Anchor Bay Lucio Fulci collection, which it says Manhattan Baby and New York Ripper. Now, the thing, when you buy movies secondhand, or you buy movies in lots, it's not always what you think it's going to be. So when you open them up, it can be quite the adventure. So yes, Manhattan Baby is here, but so is the DVD of Life Force. I already have, as you guys know, multiple copies of New York Ripper on both DVD and Blu-ray and 4K. On 4K. So to have the original DVD of Life Force is actually pretty cool from Scream Factory. You know why? See, I bought the Arrow edition, and after the initial run of Scream Factory Life Forces sold out, due to some rights issues, one of the featurettes that was on the Life Force was taken off for the second run. However, it is included on this disc, which just randomly came in here. So when you're buying things secondhand, you sometimes don't end up with exactly what you want. Sometimes you end up something just a bit better. Ooh, what's next in the bag? Well, it's one of those famous Walmart packs. But not just any pack. It's the 10 thriller movie pack. There's some bangers on this set. As you can see, we got Prana Double D. The Host is here. Black Sheep, Troll Hunter, Rogue, the unrated cut. We got one called Wolves, which I don't know if I ever watched. Outlander, Mega Python vs. Gator Ride, and Shark Night, which I actually really like this film. Not a lot of people talk about this one. And it's a fairly cool set. What's really neat is that, much like the other one that I told you about, like the Turner Classic Movies, these aren't flipper discs. See, these are their original DVD releases of the film. So whatever features were on the original release, when they're put in this packet, they're still there. So with Troll Hunter, for instance, you've got improvs and bloopers, deleted scenes, extended scenes, HD net look at Troll Hunter, behind the scenes, visual effects. Things like Prana Double D comes with commentaries, deleted scenes, the story behind Double D, and a ton of other things, including the Dimension short film. Again, these things, this one here cost me, I think, just under $10. And I know some of these went for like $10 to $20 in the stores. But these tend to be a lot cheaper, especially now because we're looking into to some different stuff. One TV thing, because I buy a lot of my TV on DVD. I thought I'd bring one of the kind of horror-related ones. And this is the first season of Castle Rock. I think the second season is superior to the first season. But again, this is another thing that I picked up for $5 on close to Halloween. The next two I picked up were under $5. One is the Deadly Beyond, the 11 movie collection from Mill Creek, long before I did any work with Mill Creek, actually. This came out. And, of course, now it's, Alliance. But it has Pulse, which I have a Blu-ray of, Space Hunter and Forbidden Zone, Crawl, so, those aren't horror. But My Mom's a Werewolf is kind of like fun, cheesy horror comedy. The Hearse is a really cool one. I have a Blu-ray of that one. Lurkers, Slipstream, which is a sci-fi film with Ben Kingsley and I think Mark Hamill, right? Yeah. Mutant, Wars of the Wasteland, Alien Contamination, and Eternal Evil. So there's some cool, it's a mixture, some meh, some not so meh, but still a good set. And I like to get in at least one TV miniseries, horror miniseries related thing per year, and this tends to be one that I go to a lot. So this is Stephen King's The Shining, and I'm sorry guys, I actually really dig this. I thought this was pretty damn good. I thought Steven Weber did a great job in it. Is it going to replace Stanley Kubrick's The Shining? I think Stephen King would like it too, but I think they both have their own spot. And how do I end it off? Well, I ended off by showing you some of the things that made us horror DVD collectors in the first place. Because although people tend to like diss the company a lot now, people are starting to do the same with Scream Factory. It's a shame because Scream Factory gave us a lot, but so did this company here, and it's Anchor Bay. See, Anchor Bay gave us so many great titles aside from The Evil Dead, but people always talk about The Evil Dead because they put out so many different editions of it. Now, I think if you're going to get an Anchor Bay edition of Evil Dead on DVD, then this would be the ultimate edition to get. It's one of my favorite editions, and this one I bought when just about after it came out. It was a little under $20 at the time. So even back then it was pretty cool. So it's a 3-disc set. It doesn't have a hard box, but it does have a kind of hard interior box. So aside from seeing like this art, we get the I miss chapter menus, by the way. Who doesn't miss chapter selection? Who does miss? I miss it. Let me know in the comment section down below if you miss chapter selection menus. There's one of the other artworks for one of the other release of Evil Dead. Got, of course, the poster and even more artwork. Evil Dead the widescreen edition, more artwork. Evil Dead the full frame edition, and the Ladies of Evil Dead, which was a really cool thing if you haven't watched it. It's a great set, and I know there's Blu-rays, I know there's 4Ks, but once Evil Dead on the go and still get a really cool edition of Evil Dead, Anchor Bay has your back. They really do. And this is such a good edition. Like here, I'll just show you on the back, like some special features are included on this if you want to like stop and look. You can tell I'm from Canada because you can see that it's both Canadian, it both has French and English on the back. So going from Evil Dead to another Dead film. Still got the Walmart 2 for $20 on it, so you know how much this one cost. And it is a classic Dead and Breakfast. Now, Oz Perkins, who acts in this film, would go on to be quite a distinguished horror director. But this is just incredible. I love this. It's funny as hell. My favorite thing about this is the song, We're Gonna Kill You. It is from Zach Selwyn, who a lot of you guys, if you're geeks like me, probably remember from things like Attack the Show. But he's the one of the band, which becomes the Undead Band, in Dead and Breakfast, and it is such a cool film. If you've never seen this one, it really is worth checking out. It's a lot of fun, and I always enjoy this one. I cannot wait to watch this again, actually. It's been a while since I've seen it. Though the song listens to a lot. Okay, I wasn't sure to bring this one or not because it's sort of horror, but it's more sci-fi and comedy. But it fits. I think it fits the bill. It's gory enough to fit the bill. And it is the Bad Taste, Peter Jackson, Crumbs Crunchy. There we go, this edition right here. I think it's a lot of fun. I have number 1,429 of 50,000. Yes, we had some big limited editions back then. And when you open it up, you get a little booklet right here. And you get the 2 discs. Bad Taste is a lot of fun. And I thought it was just an interesting enough one to put in here. Not quite lenticular, but does have a uniqueness to the case itself. And for the last 2, I wanted to put in a movie series that you may not see often, and a classic film that's soon going to be getting a 4K upgrade. For the 4K upgrade film, it's Day of the Dead. This is still one of my favorite editions of Day of the Dead, and I do have the Scream Factory original Blu-ray edition with the slipcover. But look at this right here. Look how cool this is. This opens up like this. The book came out. But the 2-disc edition have the from the files of D.M. Logan, PhD, which is super cool. And it happened at the same time, by the way, when I originally got this, that it came out like that, and I had no idea that it existed in there. And last but not least is one that was a big thing for me because I had it once when I was working at a place called Zeller's in Canada, which doesn't exist anymore. And just before I came back to Morocco to live, I found it at a I was selling off some stuff. It's the Mirror collection. Again, it's another Anchor Bay release. And I picked this one up for secondhand for under $5. And when I originally bought this, I bought it for $19.99. And it has the films on the original full-frame presentation, which is how they were originally filmed. And we got Mirror 2 Raven Dance, The Voyeur, and Reflections. They're fun titles, and I really actually do enjoy this here franchise of films. I find them to be a lot of fun. And I really think it's kind of cool. So see, you can... One of the cool things with getting a DVD horror collection is it can be fairly inexpensive to get. It can be a lot of fun because you can go to some out-of-the-way places. You can go to you can go to like stores like Walmart and places like that and find stuff. But you can go to like secondhand shops, thrift stores, flea markets, pawn shops, and find stuff that you just really weren't aware existed, or you just never thought you'd find or find for that price. There may be some pretty pricey things out there. 4Ks, Blu-ray collector sets, some amazing things that you're eventually going to want on your shelf, or you think you might. Maybe you haven't seen the film. Maybe you've saw it a long time ago and you don't remember how much you like it or not. Maybe for under $5 you can pick yourself up a DVD copy of the film. Sure, you could probably see it on Tubi. Maybe if it's there and if the quality's good. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe you're being one of the places that where Tubi isn't. Or in also one of the many places where, and people don't talk about this enough. When people are telling you about a lot of like streaming stuff and like how many wonderful choices and channels and different options, whether it be Hulu or Disney Plus or Criterion Channel or Netflix, they forget that in a lot of places, high-speed internet to make that a viable option. Although maybe where you're at, a lot of places where it isn't. And when that's the case, DVDs, and a nice curated collection of DVDs, tends to be a pretty good option. Now, maybe the internet's fantastic where you're at, and that doesn't matter. But maybe you just want to have a nice old school shelf. Maybe you just want to take a small shelf, pick up one of those like three shelves that you can buy at Walmart for really cheap, and say, okay, I'm going to take this shelf. And on that shelf, it's not going to be any books, it's not going to be Blu-rays, it's not going to be 4Ks. I'm going to go old school with this shelf. I'm going to fill it up slowly over time with the DVDs that I really want to fill it up with. My own little collection. A space for me, about me, that kind of is a bit of throwback to an earlier time. Who knows? Maybe, hopefully, I inspired at least one or two of you to pick up the mantle and give that a shot. Or maybe you already do. Maybe you got a DVD collection, a small DVD collection that you'd like to let people know about in the comment section down below. Or maybe you want to just tell me why DVDs are no good anymore and I should be streaming and everything I have should be upgraded to 4K or Blu-ray and oh my God, this disc might scratch. But above all, hopefully if you got a collection, you're enjoying it. I don't hate streaming, actually. I have some things that I live in an area where I can stream. Right now I do. But one of the places that we have, not right here, not in the middle of the city, but when we're going to the farm, streaming can be a little bit slower. And sometimes the internet will cut out completely, sometimes for 5 minutes, sometimes for a couple hours, sometimes for all night. And one thing I'm super grateful for is the incredible selection of movies in my library that I can put in and watch anytime, day or night. No extra cost, no buffering, just a good, fun time with me and my favorite clown. My name's Aaron. This has been The Call to Cinema, and I'll see you next time.
Oh God. Subscription sloth here. Just want to remind you that I know in the summertime especially it can be super warm and lazy. But if you're liking this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to go that step farther and join the Patreon, there's a link for that down below. You can super sticker, super chat, or donate. But above all, just lie back and enjoy the video, because that's what I'm going to do.